Alright, so we drew our art. Check out the first part if you haven't seen it yet, and we rate our player. Now we're gonna have to move to animation.
So let's start animating the idle animation. So first, we have to create a new animation. Call it idle, but not lazy. Set your character in a solid stance, and if you got a cloak or a cape, turn it off so you can freely animate the body. You can start from any frame you want. Just make sure it's not the first or the second frame. So scale down the torso and lean it forward. This makes the player looks like he's breathing. I also rotated the arms and the tail to get a nice motion. Turn off again your cloak so you can freely animate it. For me, I shrink it and adjust it on the player. Now multiply the frame you started from by 2. That's going to be your last frame. I chose 5, so the last frame will be 10. Then just copy your first frame and paste it into your last frame, so you can get a more natural idle loop animation. Quick remark, you can make the player blink, and to do that, you have to draw this curvy line, and make sure that the eye and this line are in a different layers. And yeah, that's it. Now let's check what we have done. So as you can see, the animation is too fast. You can easily fix it by setting a lower value in the samples. If it's not shown, click on the 3 dots and turn on show the sample rate. We're done with the idle animation, let's move on to the run animation. For the run, it's all about the run cycle key poses. So I use this cycle catch run animation as a reference for my poses. And each 2 frames, I copy the next pose until I finished all the poses. I'd made sure that the first pose of the animation is the last pose. And in case you were animating a human body, you have to use like this run cycle key poses animations. So as you can see here, the first pose is the contact pose. Next is the in-between pose, then the push pose, the up pose, the contact pose again, and repeat the same poses until you get the first pose in your last frame pose. So you can get a natural run animation that loops. Now that we've done our basic animations, we need to build a movement system. So go check the movement video I made about it.
Guilty ass monkey. Oh, the camera's rolling? We're almost done with the basics, yeah. Now we need to set up the background we made. We got our player moving perfectly. Diagonal jumping, dashing, upward and forward. It works greatly. Alright, let's set up our background. We're going to start with that wall sprite that we've made. And just have it as walls, because it's a wall sprite. And make sure to rotate some of these walls, so that these walls don't feel like getting repetitive walls. Once you have set up all your walls, you have to add those ground sprites around the entire level. And that's it. Now you can customize your scene however you'd like. And how I set up all these tile sets in Unity, I just, move them in the Z axis. I don't really like to use the order in layer. You can if you want. There's just 2 ways to do it. I just think the Z axis one is a lot easier and simpler. That's all actually. That's very much all. And again, that's enough information for this vid. I'll probably make a particle system or lighting video next. If you want something, if you don't want to learn something, you don't know how, you need a tutorial about it, just write it down in the comments. I'll make a vid about it. That's it.